But my focus is the men, because guess what? You're average today. You could be above average tomorrow. And this is the fucked up thing in our community. We think average is poverty. But let's listen.
The culture I see of Black men expecting to be able to mistreat us first and then get themselves together later, and we're still right here like
Y'all heard what she said. The culture of Black men expecting to be able to mistreat Black women and then get their shit together later, and Black women are still there. Again, brothers, if anything else, I'm gonna teach you how to pick out this bullshit. She just admitted they deal with fuckboys. She told on herself. She told on so many other sisters. Black men not doing nothing, then want to get their shit together. What about the brother who's working already in process to get his shit together? No mention of him, because that's not the premise, that's not the thought process, that's not the caricature of what a Black man is. She's speaking from her experience probably, but again, just told on herself. We're still there. Of course you are, sis. You're some of the good women that we know are complaining about these men, but yet you're still there for them. Let's keep on cooking.
freaking hate this mess, but I love you, so I'm here trying and hoping you're gonna work this thing out to eventually get it together. And so I'm holding you down, and at the first sign of anything, you leave? Do you understand that I have had roommates as a Black woman who were Black men that I have at times felt unsafe with, and I would not call the cops because I refused to call the cops on a Black man, and you are...
Again, telling on herself and so many other sisters. I'm living with a man. Because, roommates, okay, I'll let her have that. I'm living with a Black man who's acting a certain way. I'm physically afraid, but I'm not going to call the police. How many brothers have been laid down just because they wanted to call the police and play that game, and that brother ain't make it out of that situation? Or he made it with a strike. Told y'all the story about a brother I know just had a newborn. He rocking the baby. Him and his wife get in an argument. She pick up a butcher knife and comes at him while he's holding their baby. He gave her a cross right, laid her ass out, calls the police, thinking they're gonna come get her, at least make her leave for the night or something. They arrest him because he hit his wife. It's so many of these situations that go down, but again, it's plenty of sisters that will rock with brothers where they feel unsafe, they feel unsecure, and then we got to hear this story later on when they hit 35, 40 years old. But these are the brothers they deal with. And then because they'll tell their story, that becomes the narrative. Black women have controlled this narrative of the family structure and Black male and female relationships for the longest. They've been in control. This is why when Black women say shit like Ebony K. Williams, people take it as law. Because we're constantly hearing the same shit from our women. But they talk more often, they're telling the same stories. But I encourage brothers to listen. Again, take your alpha off for a second. Shut the fuck up. Just let her ass talk. She gonna tell on herself. Let me let it play. You got 17 more seconds. I'm rewind it a little bit.
Cops because I refuse to call the cops on a Black man, and you are going across the freaking world talking about me? Are you kidding me? Lack of loyalty. I'm not angry. I'm brokenhearted. We love you so much. We love you so much.
When she says we, what we? Is it just Black women in general? We love you. Which Black man? I always speak to a type. They never mention what type of black men they love? Do you love the bum? Which is mostly what you're talking about. Which lets me know that's who aroused you, who got your cat wet, who you gravitated toward. Or did you love the quote-unquote average, nice guy, good dude, whatever you want to term it? The guy that you didn't have to feel unsafe with and decide not to call the police. This is why they give Kevin so much hell, because he asks those type of questions. Oh, he was abusive? Did you file a police report? Oh, he was crazy? How long did it take you to leave? Oh, when did you find out that he was cheating or doing XYZ? Was that before or after you gave him his second baby? But again, we're not supposed to question black women because it's deemed as talking back. We have to understand so many of these black women, they don't mature faster. They just been put in situations earlier. And a lot of times it's by other black women, mama, grandmama, auntie. That's how they've been raised. So they think they're grown well before their time. To the point when they get with another adult black male, they talk to him like he's a fucking child. And then if he doesn't adhere to her rules and what she likes, he's the bad guy. He's the devil. He's a narcissist. He's abusive. But she keeps engaging with the real man because she knows what she can get from him. He's a provider. He's a protector. She goes to him for real life shit. She has fun with this dude over here. But after the fun wears off, now she realizes she's been holding him down, like the sister just said, this whole time. And then it's, oh, now you want to go overseas. Trust me, she's not talking about the fuck niggas. Most of them niggas still content on going into the club, pulling out women, doing shit like that. She's not talking about the solid brothers. I mean, she's not talking about the F-boys going overseas. They can't. Too much child support. Got felonies. Just flat out can't afford it because she's been funding his lifestyle. Weed and laying around. The solid ass brothers that they're now mad at are the same guys they didn't want. Let me get to the comments. Stewart says that's typical. Some women only want the man with evident faults. I don't understand it for the life of me, Stewart. Mind Games Uncut. This the brother I was telling y'all about. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you checking in. Give yourselves a round of applause. This the brother I was telling y'all does the work in the community, trying to keep it clean with his youth program. Matter of fact, Mind Games, I'll see you in a minute. I told him I'm only going to be on here a little bit, man. I'm finna slide up there and meet up with you, brother. Antonio says, how many men they know that just sit on the couch? Hell, I don't know more than one. Neither do I. But this goes to my point, Antonio, that I've said so many times. A lot of these women sleeping with the same man. When you boil down that small ass percentage of men, it's crazy that all the time the women are always saying all men do is lie and cheat. He can't cheat if you don't think that that's your man and he has another woman. So that small percentage of men that are doing this bullshit, that are cheaters, y'all are laying up with. But that becomes it's one dude, 5 women. So now that's 5 women with the same premise, same idea, same talking points. Corey Joe said, damn, you cutting deep, Copa, man. I'm talking what I see. I'm talking what we see as a community, but we don't like to talk about, even though it's an actionable item. Those are the things I talk about. We talk about that all the time in the Army. Your equipment, things that have to take place are actionable item. These women choosing these men to get pregnant by these men, that is a actionable item. We're not talking about feelings. A actionable item. These things took place. We like to pretend like they don't. That's again why everybody gave Kevin Samuels so much pushback. Shout out to Broker Traditions. Talked to him earlier. I was showing some clips of Kevin Samuels and he was breaking 2 days ago. That was my 2 lives from the 4th and the 5th of this week. But he was saying he had never seen those clips of Kevin Samuels. He had never seen those streams that I played. And he kind of looked at it different because he was never on his content. He knew people didn't like him for some of the stuff he said, but he didn't know that he was speaking to men in that manner, or just about getting better. You do deserve better. I'm with Ebony K all the way when she says our people deserve better. But my focus is the men, because guess what? You're average today. You could be above average tomorrow. And this is the fucked up thing in our community. We think average is poverty. It's below average. We think average is poor. We think above average is average. We think excellence is above average. If we don't own the shit in multimillionaires, this is why we worship celebrities so much, because they got that money quick as fuck. And then it's reported out to the world how much money this person is earning. Sports and entertainment. We love it. That brother that worked up to that shit, that now reached the precipice, and now we want to act like, oh, we love him so much. Do we? I asked the sister that I just played the clip of, do you love us or do you love them? We got to start compartmentalizing certain types of black folks with other certain types of black folks. It sounds like classism, right? It sounds, well, Kofi, you sound like Ebony K. Williams. She talking about, no, I'm talking about character. Fuck your job. Which is why Iyanla pivoted to that. I'll date a bus driver if he had good character, if he loved his mama, those things. Because those things ultimately matter. I know some dudes that got bread on top of bread, legit bread on top of bread. Straight up players, just run through women left and right. But the women are cool with it because of his title, because of the amount of money he has. Get over here to the comments again. Stewart says, nurture instinct coupled with an ideal that a black man is a child. There you go. You get this one for that one, Stewart.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Stewart also says, you don't appear as a child to her. She sees it as you not needing her. But this is the thing, Stewart. They tend to act like this. I've seen it where they have adult sons or sons going into adulthood, getting ready to leave. She don't know how to do shit else but be a mama. So she started panicking then too. So even with her own child, how dare you? How dare you leave me? How dare you not need me anymore? And then they get on here and start preaching like the sister was preaching. We go through so much for everybody. A lot of that shit y'all ain't got to go through, sis. Again, my mother, who happens to be a black woman, gave me those words. 50% of what we go through is self-inflicted. Most of that shit that so many sisters run around talking about how they take care of everybody else and nobody take care of us. Half the people don't give a fuck about you. Half the people enjoy you having those problems. They're going to use the shit out you. And then you come back to the good dude that you in turn had already used the shit out of, and you want him to marry you later on.